So this is episode of Shout.
I think it's 11.
We don't say the numbers anymore.
Oh,
We've lost count.
It's either 11 or 46.
It's a good estimate.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there. You're eating peanut butter bread
Oh, dude, I'm hungry.
during the podcast.
Yeah, dude.
You couldn't
So-
just waited to record for a little bit.
Just so we remember.
How do you have to leave at 2:30?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I know.
But like 4 or 5 episodes ago, we were like concerned about like we need to get like good audio, professional editing.
Listen,
professionals. Now we're
because of
eating
this
peanut
fucking guy
butter.
over here, I fucking gave up on any seriousness in Shout.
I brought.
Me. What did I do?
Just great.
Actually, you're drinking water today.
Yeah.
Trying to rehydrate after last night.
Yeah. I brought whiskey, but then I realized I had to take a friend to the airport after this, so I can't drink. But I was gonna drink whiskey.
So
Let's do Shout Part 2.
Yeah, later
as soon as it
tonight,
starts, it's just
live at the bar.
screaming and like fucking.
Mosh pit.
So a lot of crazy shit's happened the last couple of weeks since we've done a Shout.
No.
I think our last real Shout was the Sean debate.
Yeah, because we didn't want to talk about all the depressing shit that happened.
So we just merged the two shows
Where
last
there
week.
was like shooting in Dallas, and then we killed the guy with the robot. And then there was a shooting in Georgia or wherever the fuck, and then Gop got shot in
There's a lot of
That's
fucking
the guy
St.
about the
Louis.
the guy with the
The
robot.
guy in Dallas who shot up the cops.
At the
They
protest.
killed him with a robot.
They killed him.
Oh,
They
really?
strapped C4 to a bomb disposal robot and drove it up to him and blew him up.
Really?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
and people were mad because we did that to him
Why?
Okay.
because that's not right.
That's
They're
not
using
humane.
robots and drones to kill people. Murmur.
Yeah, we just taught fucking ground troops how to fucking be fucking suicide bombers. That's fantastic when the uprising happens. How long has
Dude,
this been? Are
people
we
are
almost done?
fucking- Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
There was the
we're
RNC
almost done. Wrap it up. Finish your thought. We're almost done.
where Melania Trump stole the speech from
No.
Michelle Obama, and who gives a shit?
Let's be honest. Word for word, there's like 8 lines in a row that are identical.
Okay,
But I don't give a shit because there ain't anybody who's ever delivered a public speech that hasn't had fucking similar lines. And when you're talking about like family and country, the same philosophy and ideas roll through everyone's
literally,
mind.
that is like every high school commencement speech.
yeah,
Children can achieve anything when they reach for the
Right.
stars.
World peace. World
You
peace.
sound like Morty.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Our children can reach for the stars and change everything.
Everything's possible.
Everything's possible. You reached for the star, and you changed
And
it.
you reached for it, and then you changed it.
Then what? The DNC.
Well, I mean, the Cruz people tried to stage a revolt, and that didn't work. And Ted Cruz came out.
delivers his speech.
Wait,
It
and
was
what?
an asshole. Oh, the Cruz delegates, who were the Never Trump people, they tried to like unbind all the delegates so that they could. They wanted to like try and change the rules, and all you needed like 13 states to be able to do it, and they had it on paper. But then when it came time to actually do it, like 7 of them dropped out.
Oh.
So it was like, well, I guess we don't. And then they threw a hissy fit. And then Ted Cruz gave a speech where he didn't endorse Trump. He said,
Essentially,
vote your conscience. Which
if there was like a
the-
picture of Trump in front of him, he was like this.
Yeah.
He said, vote your conscience, which the whole time was like the Never Trump's slogan.
Yeah.
Like, I can't vote for him in good conscience. And that was the Republican convention.
And then Trump gave a fucking long-winded speech. It was good,
Yeah.
but it was fucking forever. Like 48-minute speech, bro. Calm the fuck down. 30 and out.
The
30
son's
and out.
awesome, apparently, and everybody likes him, Donald Jr.
He's gonna run for mayor of New York.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Weiner, I don't know if you guys remember the whole Anthony Weiner thing. Like, sent a picture of his dick to.
He was
like,
literally
oh,
sending
yeah.
wiener pics
Yeah,
to
oh,
people.
yeah.
His name is Anthony
He-
Weiner.
well, he
You
did
can't
it.
like make this
Did
shit
it,
up.
got caught for it, gave a press conference about how it was bad while his wife sat like this behind him.
I remember that.
And then he apologized for it. And then, like, a year later, he got caught doing it again.
So
I won't get caught
Anthony
a
Weiner
second
said
time.
that maybe he'll come out of retirement to stop Trump Jr.
Said he'll beat him like a rented mule.
I'll be like, and Trump Jr. just responded back like, I don't think you should be talking about beating anything.
Damn. Damn.
And then there was the awesome spectacle of the DNC, where they erected a 6-foot wall around it.
They built the wall.
And then when the email scandal came out that they literally had the fix-in for Bernie by scheduling debates on weekend nights and on holiday nights so that no one would watch it, so that he wouldn't be able to raise awareness for his platform that he wanted to run on. They took that wall down and put up a 6-foot or 12-foot fence. Put a bigger one because the Bernie supporters were fucking pissed.
Hell no, DNC, we won't vote for Hillary. Just massive chant outside their own convention.
The last day of the convention, they took a coffin and wrote DNC party on, or Democratic Party on it, and marched it up to the fence and threw it over.
So amidst all of this, and like the whole thing where they found out that they essentially were fucking over Bernie Sanders, and there was no way he even had a shot ever, which most of us knew.
They
that.
rigged they rigged the election.
Like, well, look at Alaska. Alaska, Bernie Sanders, I think it has 4 delegates. Mm-hmm. Bernie Sanders won Alaska's primary, but with 83% of the total vote. All 4 superdelegates went to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
They just had their finger on the scale the whole time.
Right.
Well,
so,
it caused
all that
lady
stuff
to-
came out because of
WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks, essentially, and they're saying the source was from Russia. So the DNC tried to spin it as Putin wants Trump to be president, so you can't vote. Like a vote for Trump is a vote for Putin. Like, get out of here.
Well, they also
Get
didn't
the
talk
fuck
about
outta
how
here.
they literally called the Hispanic vote the taco bowl vote. Like, that's racist as fuck.
Yeah, it
And
is.
they call Trump a racist. Not Elizabeth Warren. Who was it? Who was the
Elizabeth Hurley?
No, the broad who was in charge.
Oh, the head of the DNC.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't remember her name.
She
off the top of my
resigned
head.
because of
She
this
was
whole-
basically forced to resign.
And then Hillary hired her into her campaign the next day.
See,
right
that's
away.
corruption, man.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
fucking
wonder.
deep corruption.
If there was no like clear link between the head of the DNC and Hillary, now there is now. But now, in all
She
Trump
stood for
this
10
is-
minutes and got booed by her own delegation. The Florida to get. She's up for re-election. I think she's fucked.
Oh yeah. So this whole time, right? All Trump has to do is go fucking to Tahiti, kick back a few, and just let the DNC fucking implode on
Shut
itself.
his mouth.
Instead,
He doesn't.
he tweets out a joke regarding saying like,
No,
"Hey."
that was literally like in a press conference. The
Well, no,
audio.
he's not which one?
the one where he's like
Talking about
Russia,
the 30,000 emails. Yeah,
You can find the 30,000 emails.
that Hillary deleted from her private
I'm
server.
pretty sure her.
So the
media
DNC
would be
ran
very
with it
Thankful.
I heard
as
about that.
as
in
like
bed with Russia.
like
Yeah.
Trump is asking a foreign nation to hack and spy on the government. But here's 2 facts.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
One, the server doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You can't ask someone to hack something that no longer exists. That server is in the FBI headquarters.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So clearly he's fucking joking.
He's just really
I'm
bad
not
at
mad.
sarcasm.
I'm not mad that he said it. I'm mad that for the next fucking month I have to explain to Democrats what
You don't have to
sarcasm
explain
is.
shit,
No, I
'cause
have to
they
explain.
know it.
I have to
No,
explain
you
what
don't, 'cause
sarcasm
they know
is.
what it is.
Well, I mean,
They know what it
okay,
is.
Here's
but
the thing.
They're saying they're just
Like,
using
there
it
was
to.
literal corruption and
No, and the
and
heads.
like rigging of an election and legit racist emails. But what we're going to talk about is how Trump's terrible at sarcasm, as opposed to the party that literally fucking like. It's like, hey, we did these horrible things, but they're the ones who caught us, and they're trying to rig an election. So
It's nothing new. It's what the Democratic Party
bullshit.
always does: is shift the blame off of themselves.
Yeah.
That's what
Honestly,
the fucking Democrats
fucking Harry
themselves
Reid.
do.
Honestly,
That's what Democrats,
this-
liberals themselves do.
This is what
Even the
the new era Democrats do.
yeah.
The I don't know what 1990 prior Democrats were like. I don't know. I was
I'd
raised
say it's
like
80.
I'm poor. It's not my
I was
fault.
like-
I don't have a job. It's not my fault. I'm a piece of shit. It's not my fault.
Like I was
Whatever.
raised like I was raised
Your
with a
fucking
super liberal grandfather. Ran for office as a liberal. Was a super liberal all the way. However, he also said George Bush Sr. was a great president who got fucked by the Democrats, which is pretty much truth from my understanding of it. I was like 8 during that time,
I
so
don't
I
think he got fucked by the Democrats.
Well, they
he got
stopped
fucked
him
by
they stopped
Ross
him,
Perot.
They stopped
running
him
third
from
party.
well, when he was in office, they stopped him from being able to do anything that he said he was going to do. So he lost a lot of his own supporters because he
So they were like,
fell
this guy
for it.
didn't do anything.
Right, which is what's been going on with the fucking
That's why
both
Congress
parties.
exists. Yeah.
That's why this two-party system is like
They don't
super
work together
devastating
at all
to
on
like,
anything
progression
anymore.
of anything.
They just say no to each other.
Right.
But honestly, that's by design too, because whenever they did, the founding fathers were like, well, we'd rather have it just lock up and not work than to work like crazy well in one direction and be like radically like, like a totalitarian fucking.
Well, I agree. I'm just saying, like, now nothing happens though because
Yeah, it's true.
because they can't work
Right.
goddamn
That's
together.
why I think this is going to be a good year for the future because of all this stuff that's happened. Because both parties have been weakened.
Oh, both parties
The
drastically
Democratic Party,
changed.
yeah. And what's going to end up happening is people are going to fracture out. And I think the extremists and the hardcore, like, tied to their way, Republican and Democrats, are going to end up fracturing away. And we're going to end up having more than this two-party system. It's going to take another 50 years. What are you barking at? David's probably here. That's what it is.
Let's kill him.
Let's kill him on camera.
Yeah, the DNC, they had
They paraded
no
a
air
bunch-
conditioning,
Yes.
and they had gender fluid bathrooms.
It
or
looked like-
non-gender
it looked like-
specific bathrooms.
It looked like the fucking like some of the shots seriously looked like Katrina, like in the fucking Superdome,
Superdome?
where like people are like fucking fighting over water and just trying to like fucking not die.
Well,
Like that's
dude.
what it like. Literally, I can take photos of it and be like, yeah, this was a disaster that happened in San Francisco, and people be like, oh, that's
You
horrible.
said this is a Democratic convention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't they just vote to take somebody else's fucking air conditioner?
Well, because global warming. That's global warming.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, they don't have one. Somebody else has air
You hear
conditioners, so just
they
take
want to
theirs.
make it so that you can't barbecue anymore? Like some of the crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
leftists?
like a
you
fucking
serious?
splinter.
Because of the emissions that it puts
is
off.
it charcoal or gas or one or the other, or like can we only use
I'm
this?
sure they don't want you to do either.
You
of
can use charcoal that's been.
because they're not doing it for you.
You can go out and gather charcoal from a natural forest fire, which occurred. I'm totally making that up.
Natural paper. Good.
Right, that was me and Mike's like, go fuck yourself, tell him. We're like, I did find out, Mike, you can attest this, my backyard is luxurious as fuck. The grass is like thick and fucking gorgeous,
Try to
right?
say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.
I found out, I know why, I found out, like I was listening to the radio today, I was listening, because 97.1 and fucking all they play on Saturday is like home improvement shit, just driving around lilistening to it. Like, oh yeah, that's how you put up mortar. Okay, great. I need that in the
You're
future.
such a weird motherfucking person, dude.
I'm too lazy
Listen
to
to
change
like
stations.
home improvement on the radio.
Listen.
This is a weird dude.
But it's talking about like like in the forest how like shit is like super luxurious. Like
Oh,
the like
grass.
the ground floor of the forest is. That's because shit dies, like the leaves fall.
It's
and
like
they
super fertile.
I never rake my leaves. I always wait, and then when it gets like
Yeah.
to that point, I mow them all down and shoot it all into the grass. Just blow my load into the grass. Right? So, and
I
apparently,
don't rake my shit either. My
Apparently-
lawn's a fucking desert.
yeah, but you have like what?
You don't
one
have-
tree in your
You don't have a
neighborhood.
forest in your backyard.
I have a 6 foot tall, like inch and a half big, like fucking Japanese maple in my backyard. That's all I have.
So, but like that, between that and the rabbits and all the other living things back there, and how I just kind of let everything be, it makes
Fucking
it like
woodchuck or whatever.
makes it like have its
Yeah,
own.
groundhog is like going through like
He's aerating
aerating the
He's
soil.
aerating the soil
Yeah.
for me until I stab him in the brain,
So,
or until Finn gets big enough to take him out.
yeah. So what was your guys' thoughts about fucking North Korea practically declaring war on us?
Haven't they done that
They've done it
every
like a
year
half a
for
dozen
the past
times.
10 years?
One of our friends in the military was talking exactly about
He's,
that to
in
me
South
last
Korea.
night.
I wanted to ask him about it at time.
He was talking to me about that last night. He said there's cycles. So like what happens is apparently North Korea, like they have a harvest, they have a lot of food, it's plentiful, and they have a lot of resources for a short period of time. They're fine. They mind their business. Then it runs out, and everything gets real scarce. Everything gets tightened down, and then they just threaten to like nuke somebody and declare war. So like the U.S. and South Korea is like, here, have some food,
Shut up.
feed your
go back
people,
to
and
your
they're like,
corner.
thank you.
Yep. Go back to
That's
your
it.
corner.
Apparently that's like
Yeah, I think I heard him say something about like it's one of the safest like bordering places in the world.
Well, he said he's like it's like clockwork. Like they'll go to work and be like, all right, next week, Wednesday, is when they're gonna be like, we're gonna fucking nuke you.
That's kind of fucked
That
up.
pie-faced motherfucker.
What'd you say?
Pie-faced?
Oh, I thought you said tie faced. I was like, what?
It's not tie.
I know that's what
He also brought up a really good point that I never even thought of before. He's like, so he's like a deity among them. He's like a
Yeah.
god king. So he's like, "Are you?" He's like, "It doesn't matter if it's like a third world country. It could be like the most third world country on the planet, but you can at least make one person rich as fuck and powerful if you have a whole country behind you, no matter what it is." So he's like, "Do you think he's really gonna risk his like god status by like starting a war with somebody like when he can just fucking fuck anybody he wants like all the time, do whatever?"
No.
Is he really give a shit?
He's gonna flex
No.
his muscles every once in a while to make it look like he's a hard ass.
Yeah,
to
get his ego up.
his
Make sure
minions.
that make
It
sure
would
everybody
be
respects
super
him.
interesting to like be able to be in North Korea, like just as like a fly on the wall, and just like watch news programs and all the stuff that they see and how everything is portrayed. Because like we see it as like
comes last in all of the Olympic sports, and they come in first.
like
Oh, what?
yeah.
You didn't know that? When
So-
they cover the Olympics, they literally like
North
put the
Korea
scores
wins
up there.
everything.
They have
Nice.
it's them. Like China and Russia are always the top three. They're number one, and of course the United States is always last.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yep.
And
Like,
because that is
see, this
that-
capitalism
but
doesn't
here's
work.
the thing, that has literally been going on for like the past ever
Right.
since the country existed.
And they're not the only country that did stuff like
But-
that throughout time.
Yeah.
But
That's these people. This country literally believes that
Yeah.
because they've been told that their whole lives.
That's the only
it's
thing.
that
that's the
movie
only
we
thing that
watched
happens.
about that like religious cold out in the woods.
Yeah,
That's,
Welcome to North Korea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make it a country, and there you go. What still cracks me up about the movie's interview, how they banned it, so the guy that defected from North Korea bought 10,000 copies and dropped it in North Korea. It's fucking awesome.
apparently, like when Kim Jong Il died, there was like everybody attended his funeral, and it was like a thing where people were afraid to like be the first one to like stop crying
Yeah.
because they
So they
didn't.
cried for
So they
like,
cried for
days.
they cried for hours, if not days. Like just stood there like
Because you don't want to be the one who's the least sad that the God King is dead.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Afraid
I
to
can't
die.
even. Like we would all be shot for this right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
I'm just saying, think about that though.
Yeah.
Like how fucking bizarro is that?
It's alright, Red Dawn's gonna happen. All of us four, we're gonna get our guns, we're gonna go out to the woods.
Mike,
that's the thing.
Mike, you wouldn't last like a week. You'd be the
Red Dawn-
first one dead. You
That
know
was
it.
my problem with
That's
the
only
Red
because I
Dawn
would
remake.
trip you so I could get
North
away.
Korea can't get it together enough to try and invade
I
the
get away
fucking
from
United
King Cheetah.
States.
Like,
Dude, the United States. The thing about the United States is just too fucking big, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's big, and literally there's
There's
a
a lot
shit
of
ton of
land.
guns.
Yeah.
Lots of people have
Yeah.
guns. And if you don't have a gun, I have like several guns.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
get a gun, you get a gun,
Right.
you get a gun.
Yeah.
I'm fucking Oprah handing out
You
guns.
get a gun. You get a gun.
Yeah.
can we jump back to the DNC real quick? This is
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Can we talk about some of the guest speakers at the DNC?
We can. We're going to get in trouble, but that's fine.
Who are they?
My
Well-
friend's mom.
They had mothers of African American males who were killed by cops.
Mm-hmm.
None of which I think, except for one, where the cops were found guilty of like wrongdoing.
That's
speaking
because
at
the whole police
DNC.
department is corrupt, Dylan.
But there's zero wives or family members of police officers who have been mowed down in the last fucking few
Yeah,
months.
because who cares
speaking
about
at the
police
DNC.
officers? They're all
How
pieces of shit.
fuck
Black
is that?
Well, they
lives matter,
literally
not cop
made police officers wear civilian clothes at the DNC because they didn't want
They
people.
weren't allowed to wear their
No,
blue.
because they had like PTSD about being
They didn't
a
want
police
people to be
officer
afraid.
uniform. Yeah.
Wow.
And they took Bernie Sanders signs away from people too.
Suck my dick.
Welcome
Bernie
to
Sanders-
the Democratic Party.
Bernie Sanders
Free
got
speech?
up there and
Go
sucked
fuck
that
yourself.
the fucking DNC's dick.
How long do you think we could go like Lowry's where we're like Democratic Party da 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 da.
Democratic Party. The one guy who brought up terrorism got booed.
Yeah, well, Mike.
Democratic Party.
Just a slogan that represents
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Their bathrooms were worse than the porta shitters outside.
Just Democratic Party, fuck Hillary.
The DNC. Bill Clinton fell asleep during Hillary's speech. It was hilarious.
DNC, where Bill Clinton talks about his wife being the love of his life, but we all remember that blue dress.
DNC. Sarah Silverman tried to bait or get uppity with Bernie Sanders supporters and gets booed.
Democratic Party. Bernie Sanders sticker on a $75,000 BMW.
Democratic Party. What are they going to do with all that money they gave Bernie Sanders?
Democratic Party. If you're not with us, fuck you.
Democratic Party. You will elect Hillary Clinton. She will be your leader.
Beep bop, boo.
Democratic Party. What emails?
Democratic Party. Goddamn Mr. Speak and Spell has more emotion than Hillary Clinton. Democratic Party. Their vice presidential candidate speaks Spanish. So Mexican vote, yeah?
So Mexican vote, yeah?
That taco bowl vote,
Yeah.
as they put it?
The taco vote.
Democratic
Yeah,
Party.
he's the one who stirs it.
Democratic
bowls,
Party.
Yum
Debbie
tacos.
Wasserman Schultz got fired, booed, and then rehired all in the same day.
Democratic Party. Truth? No thanks.
The Democratic Party. We're going to say what we believe is the truth until we believe it, and you do too.
Democratic Party. I'm triggered.
Nice.
Democratic Party. You can't say that.
Democratic Party. Free speech as long as it's what we want you to talk about.
Democratic Party. You're free to do as we tell you. Democratic Party. Fairness and equality and love for all, except for if you disagree with this, then fuck you.
Democratic Party. We're the most racist party, but they don't see it.
The Democratic Party. Mike Brown's mom got up there and talked about gun control. Huh?
Democratic Party. Is that my coffin?
Democratic Party. I don't understand these knuckle fucks who are still voting for her.
Democratic Party. If you don't vote for us, you're racist, sexist, homophobic, fucking.
Democratic Party. Vote Trump.
Democratic Party.
Closed
Jesus
for
fucking
business.
Christ.
Close for business.
Democratic Party. If we nuke another country, we must nuke an equal amount of white people. Let's keep it fair. Fair and balanced.
You gotta keep it fair.
Are we spin on the Democratic Party slogans? You got anyone else got one in the chamber? That was like a 4-minute bit. It was pretty good, I think.
There's got a few.
Grass tastes
Tastes
bad.
bad.
Democratic Party. Chelsea, you'll have your baby when I need you to for my election. Remember, that was like a whole thing. It's like, oh, she's conveniently having a kid. And like...
The Democratic Party. Does no one there really not know any goddamn thing about cybersecurity? They got hacked. She got hacked. The DNC got hacked. They got hacked yesterday.
Dude, I could get a job protecting them fuckers.
Listen.
Shit.
They want the information. They have classified information, but it's not fair that all the white people should just keep the
Their
classified information.
passwords were things equivalent to Obama 2008. I'm not joking.
Hillary Clinton's password.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
What was her password? Let's find out.
I'm sure we can.
Take a guess.
Bill cheated.
What was
Pantsuits.
pantsuits?
Pantsuits. Hair that deflects bullets. 117.
That fucking blue dress.
Something she'll never forget.
Yep.
Alien in skin suit. 7.
Pod person 2120.
Fucking burn.
Fucking burning. Feel the burn.
Feel the burn.
Thanks, Bill. See what I did there? Herpes.
Herpes.
Dude, by the way, has anyone seen fucking Skeletor Clinton lately?
Yeah, no,
The dude literally looks like he has cancer in every organ of his body.
There is video of him falling asleep during her acceptance speech on Thursday night.
Because he literally looks like his skin is no longer attached to his like skeletal structure.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Dude, he looks
terrible.
rough.
Damn.
Dude.
He clearly had a hard, good life. He enjoyed the fuck out of himself for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm playing that saxophone.
Hey. Getting a lot of dick sucking.
Hillary Clinton is a fucking.
Well, here's
she's a fucking
Password.
harpy.
Password. $500 a word.
password.
Is that with 2 or 3 G's?
I think it's 3.
3. Sounds like 3 G's.
Dude, but Donald Trump is a fucking goon, man.
I know.
He's still the better
It
choice.
should be a goddamn shoo-in, but
I don't want to vote for Donald Trump, but I'm going to because
It's the
look at the option that you have otherwise.
In the words of ERB, it is the shiniest of 2 turds.
Yeah. It's the harpy versus the goon.
Yep.
Harpy. It's perfect.
It's a harpy
Harpy
bitch.
is perfect.
So you know how like when it came out that she lied about her emails and mishandling classified information, the Republicans tried to make it so because whenever you become the official nominee, you get to know all of the secrets of the country.
Yeah.
And so the Republicans are like, maybe we shouldn't tell her this since she's not qualified for a top secret security clearance, since she literally fucked this all up that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the government's like, no, we kind of have to tell her. It's like, okay. Well, this week, Harry Reid came out and was like, well, others have talked to me, and I've talked to the CIA about it. I hope that when they give Donald Trump briefings, that they give him false information because he can't be trusted.
Like, oh, really?
Have you watched the news this week, you fuck?
Yeah.
Where have you been for the past 3 months?
Democratic Party. We prefer our voters not to be able to read.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
Democratic Party creating a system of dependency to where you are forced to vote for them in order to survive.
It's a little wordy, but that's the most accurate one. I think.
Democratic Party. We still have slave plantations.
Pretty much.
We just call them fucking urban areas.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen... I watched tidbits of it. Have you seen that Hillary's America
I'm too
documentary?
afraid. By Dinesh D'Souza.
By Dinesh D'Souza? Yeah.
I'm too afraid to.
Dude, the tiny bits I've seen just
wanna
fucking
see it.
enrage me. It's just essentially explaining how the Democratic Party is like fucking slave owners still, and like
I'm gonna give you
all the shit that they fucking have done over the years, and it all leads up to
Yeah.
Hillary being the fucking worst of the
Well,
worst.
they make sure that you can't better yourself so that you have to go for their handouts, and then you keep voting for them because you need the handouts to keep going.
Yep.
So that's how it
They're
works.
literally the pimp daddy drug dealer of America
Yeah.
gotta suck the teeth.
with cash
Yep.
or fucking
Yeah.
food stamps or whatever. It's fucked up, man.
That's the main thing about having money and having a career and making money and whatever. It's not for most people. It's not about getting the fucking boat and the big ass house. It's about having the fucking freedom and the pride to like do what you want. Because if you don't have money, you are a slave to whoever does.
Right. Well, that's why, like, yo, why it's so hard to fucking convert liberals? You ever tried to get a crack addict to stop doing crack?
Yeah.
No. No crack. How about some water and some vegetables?
How about you go fuck yourself?
Shit. Oh, this. Okay, so yesterday, I was in the room. I
Hold
worked.
on, can I need to specify something real quick?
No,
I didn't mean
I'm
like
leaving.
I didn't mean,
Son of a
sorry,
bitch.
I didn't mean like crack addicts in like all like people in
No, I
slums
don't
are
think
crack
anybody
addicts. No,
said
because liberals might watch this one day and they'll fucking
I thought you were
Very
calling
triggered.
all liberals crackheads, which I'm fine with.
okay. That's kind of what I was doing.
So I'm at work yesterday, and I work with like fair, like-minded, regular people like that are
Except
just
for that one bitch.
they have,
No, I'm kidding. I don't know if anyone from your work watches this. I don't know. It was a joke.
well, they have common sense.
Dylan's
And
an asshole.
most like that's the thing is 99% of people have common sense. So like if you just express common sense, most people will be like, yeah, it makes sense. But they don't. There are people like us where they don't like make us stink. So they don't get the attention. The people who get the attention are the fucking crazy, like
Yeah.
whacked out nut jobs. Anyway, I'm
Finding a
getting off the
camera just
point.
to scream.
But I saw a post on Facebook from one of our friends, like from like high school, who I have unfriended, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it was probably me.
Female type?
Said she said something about feminism, and basically and it was like her opinion or whatever, which is fine. She's right to have it. But then at the bottom, it said like my mom posted this on her wall, and it got a big political argument. There was a bunch of people that argued against it. So if you do that, then your comment will be deleted, and I will delete you and unfriend you from my Facebook.
So you commented, right?
No, I was just like, well,
I would have commented.
so
Save you the time and just delete myself.
I was like, so you're expressing your opinion,
But you don't want to leave it open to debate.
but you're gonna censor and gag me from saying anything
Right.
back at you, or
Was it like
or
was
saying
it like a
anything
very
respectful.
vicious feminist statement, or was it like a very like generic?
It
blah?
was like I don't support Hillary Clinton, but it is amazing that we have a woman running for president. Granted, it's true.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just
sure.
the worst woman
Yeah.
ever.
I'm not 100% sure she is a woman, but let's move on again.
Harpy, half bird.
She can be a woman or a man or a bear or whatever.
Bird.
She,
Yeah,
she-
bird.
she-
Half bird. Odd person.
So, I didn't necessarily disagree, and she had hashtag feminism, hashtag boys didn't get it right the first time either. Like, so it was like coming back
Well,
to
see,
that a
that's-
little bit.
see, that's the
I don't
thing.
necessarily disagree with her, but that's the problem with
Yeah.
the liberals is they want to express their opinion, and if you
But they don't
disagree,
want-
you're a bad person, and you should be censored, and you should shut the fucking
Right.
shut
Well,
the
and that's the
fucking
thing.
mouth.
That's the thing. I can agree that we, the men in history, we didn't quite get it right on women.
True.
Kind of fucked them for many, many years.
Yeah.
However,
Well, yeah, it's how babies.
I'm a full supporter of true feminism, which is true equality.
Me too.
Everyone's equal. That means for everything.
I'm pretty sure
There's
most
no
people
fucking
are.
equal here, not equal here, or up here, up here. Like, if these are the scales of men and women, and you want this, I'm all for that. That's cool. If you want this, go fuck yourself, because that's just creating more problems for the future.
That's what I mean. I think 99% of, maybe not that many, but most feminists want that. They just want to be paid the same.
and
treated
It's
the
not
same.
the loud, obnoxious.
They're not
asshole
the
type.
fucking vocal
For
ones.
everyone who's voting Hillary, that because she's a woman,
You're
just
an idiot
remember
or
this.
something.
Just remember this.
Huh?
Is that who you want to be the first
whole
representative of
feminist
women in
segment
true
that you
big
used to
power, as far as
Made me
political
think of
wise?
something.
For America.
Think about that.
I don't know what it was from, but friggin'
Everyone shake your head. Everyone shake your head.
I can't remember what it was from, but I just remember this friggin' woman complains like, "No, I hate women. They want jobs and all this. No, fuck that. I want to go back to old days. I want to be able to sit at home all day and not do a fucking goddamn thing.
Nice of you to bring me.
I don't want to have to go out and get a job. This is bullshit."
Yeah.
That was an option.
Well,
I figure you're a grown
but
man,
like
you
the
take care of
modern
yourself.
like crazy feminists
care of
would
these.
like
If I want something,
would
I call and ask.
look at her and be like,
No, I usually
"Fuck you!
offer
You're setting
something
women
nice
back."
again.
When
Yep.
you're
Yeah,
not.
and then you bring me
She's
drinks.
all she's saying
I'd
is
rather-
she
I'd
would
rather
rather
soda too.
like
Yeah, no,
there.
you're telling
Yeah,
stories.
sit
You're
around.
Cool.
There are a lot of feminists that like see like a wife like staying home with the children, like a
Yeah.
stay-at-home mom. They'd be like, "You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
You're setting women back." Like, no, now you're telling her what she can and can't do.
Right. Do what the fuck
She
you
wants
want.
to do that.
Do what the fuck you want. You want to be a CEO? Go out there, fucking put your nose to the grindstone.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about coke. I'm saying like
Why do we
working
have
hard.
to worry so much about what other people are doing, and why can't we just focus on
Right.
ourselves?
Right.
Yeah.
As long as you're not like
outta
sacrificing
here, Brad.
animals or babies in your front yard for me to see, I don't give a fuck. Do your thing.
That makes sense. Let's kill him. No, it's just like that's how it, like they want like the whole bathroom thing. Like you should be able to use whatever bathroom you want. Nobody can say shit to you about whatever. But like if you disagree with the modern liberal and on any social issue, you are automatically branded as like not your views aren't fucked up. You as a person are fucked up.
Dude, that's-
You're a racist,
that's-
bigot, sexist piece of shit.
I recommend everyone go out there and find this. There's Ben Shapiro, who I love. He's a great, powerful voice, and he's intelligent. And he's young as shit. He's only like
It's like
32.
20. I think it's like 20 something.
No, he's 32 now. I think when he started, he was in his 20s. But he gave a speech to a college, and it was essentially on how to argue with a liberal. And he walks through 10 facts of like things that you have to realize and approach when arguing with a liberal, and it's all like dead on point of how they're going to try to spin the conversation to make you look like a bad person. Like, and it doesn't matter what topic it is or what it is, they're going to try to fucking veer you down into a statement of where you're saying that like rich people are better than poor people or whites are better than blacks or something like that. They're going to get you to try to do that, and you have to learn how to fucking avoid that and spin it back on them.
Well, they don't want to.
Because I think the one example he said was like essentially when like they were talking about like the rich and the poor, and they're talking about like, you know, the tax breaks and how we need to tax the rich more like that, and then he's like, then your response is, it's like, why is it okay to rob people? And you spin it back on them, and now you're forcing them to answer
And they would be like, well, it's not robbing because you robbed it from us. Like, okay, how? By working hard?
Right, and you keep driving it into them and spin their questions on them to where they have to be on the defensive because the liberal will try to get you on your back and where you're just fighting out of a hole instead of actually talking about what you were trying to talk about in the first place.
They don't want to talk the issues. They want to take everything. Because people can, on any other topic, you can talk about, like, I like these green things better. You like the red ones. It's a difference of opinion. I don't agree with you.
Red's better. Fucking idiot.
They're not worried about validating. They're not worried about validating their issues, or discrediting necessarily your issues. They're more worried about discrediting you, the dissenter.
You morally,
because you then
you are a piece of shit.
Going to be wrong about everything because you're a despicable person.
Well, and I get honestly, I think it's just out of control. But I think most people care about other people and they want to help them and they want to if they see somebody in need, like a neighbor in need or something, you want to help that person. I don't want to be forced to do that because then it takes away my ability to. It takes away my my choice in who some people deserve more help than others.
Right.
Like if you're gonna take my money and give it to some guy who just doesn't want to work, when the other guy who's working his fucking dick off trying to make a living needs it, it needs to go to that guy.
Right. Well, that's the biggest. That's one of the biggest pillars of Republican Party is the liberals will try to paint Republicans as not generous, not kind. They don't want to take care of people. Which is not true at all. I want to decide who I choose to help, who I spend my money on. I want to make that decision because I don't want
freedom of choice.
I don't want to throw my money away on people who are just going to continuously not elevate themselves up with that help.
Yep.
If you're just going to take that help to stay parallel and get just a little bit farther in years, then no. I want to give someone money who's going to fucking make a step up, make themselves better, put themselves in a better position and better their life so that one day they can do that same thing.
Yeah.
So Republicans are super generous. Mm-hmm. We just like to choose who we help. That's the only difference. Yeah. Liberals want to help anything.
Well, the thing is, it's the same thing as, buying, the eco vouchers or whatever. It's to alleviate your guilt. So you'd be all right, so I'm a liberal, so I can take X amount of my paycheck, send it off, then I'm relieved of all guilt.
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
No, I told you guys about that reparations website, right?
Yeah.
I'm relieved of
There's
everything.
There's a website,
because
Mike, where you as a white male with your white guilt, because you should have all kinds of it, you can go donate to black people. You can buy them a massage or Amazon gift card.
That's very demeaning to me.
You can spend up to $300 on them.
That's because you've worked hard every day of your life for what you have.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want your money. I don't want you to give me anything. I don't fucking need your money. I'll make it myself, and I'll make more than you.
Right.
How do you think about that?
That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't think there's anyone at this table. I don't actually 100% know for Brad because I don't really like the guy. And I don't know much about him. But there's not a single time that one of us hasn't needed money and that one of the other people possibly at this table has helped out in that situation on all areas. Yeah. I know I've gotten money from people for help to get through some tough times in my younger days.
Yeah.
But look at all of us now. We've all fucking took that help and elevated ourselves because all men need a hand every once in a while. Unless you're fucking Rockefeller or some badass genius. Look at Tesla. Tesla needed a fucking hand in those later days, but he got fucked really hard.
Well, everybody needs, and it's a shame, but everybody needs some help, and I've had help. Everybody's had help, but it's unfortunate if you don't have family that's in a position to help you.
Yeah.
However, that's just the cards you were dealt. That's no one's fault.
I stopped taking money from my parents the second I turned 16 and got a job. I took $0 from them for anything.
Yeah.
Because I kind of stopped a little before that because I realized hey, we're fucking poor. We're fucking poor.
Yeah, it's a little different story if they make fucking shitload of money and they're freely, it's not going to affect their bottom line.
I take $20 from them. That's possibly $20 they don't got for the light bill this month. I need to not do that. Mm-hmm. That's more important. And so I learned the value of money very, very early on.
Yeah.
So and I stopped relying on any other person. And there was times where I was short on a bill, and one of my friends was like, "Hey, can I get $50? I'll pay you back in the next week or whatever." And I actually paid them back.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
I'm just kidding. I'm just
waiting. I'm just waiting so I can pay you back with interest. You got a big fat interest check coming.
Woo! No, I
It's
don't
like-
I told you a million times.
It's
We
like
have like an inner circle, and like most people at this table are part of it. David over in the corner, he's not. He's not part of it at all.
Fuck that guy.
And we take care of each other in the circle. Yeah, people have had problems with each other, but for the most part, like we want to elevate the circle up. I don't want to elevate myself up. I want to elevate all of us up. Mike makes it hard fucking sometimes, but
I'm gonna drag Dylan down, kicking and screaming.
yeah. So our circle's kind of
the
like
circle
this,
down.
and Brad's on this end holding my foot, and I'm like hanging on to Tommy, he's hanging on to the next.
Tommy's kicking Dylan in the face. Let me go.
you also have to. There's a part like okay, so I'm gonna go back to what you said, where you're like at this age I kind of stopped taking money from my parents, or I
Right.
tried to like do as little as possible because that's gonna affect their bottom line. So. But you kind of by default, like, when you were young, understood, like, okay, for me to not be in a situation where I don't have money for bills, I need to work my fucking dick off and elevate myself up to a point. So, like, if you, just theoretically speaking, somebody doesn't have money to pay their bills or their house payment or whatever, and then somebody just comes along and they're like, I'm just going to take from your neighbor and pay your shit for you. Don't even worry about it. You just do what you do. I'm going to pay your fucking bills. That person's motivation is going to be like, all right, I have no motivation to do anything. I'm fine.
I don't
Like,
have to worry about this. I don't have to worry
I don't
about
have to
that.
get better because we're gonna keep taking that guy's
Yeah,
shit.
Yep.
I'm good. You don't have that healthy fear.
Candy.
You don't have that healthy fear of,
Yeah.
you know.
Right,
You need
well,
that.
and
You
that's-
need to
that's
dig
a-
and scratch around to have
That's
that.
exactly right. Like, if you like, I think it was the very first podcast where we talked about like we used to be at a point prior to like modern civilization for the most part where like literally wilderness was a fucking fear factor for people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
built fires, you built shelters because the wolf was in the woods.
You were a marathon runner because you fucking had to outrun.
Because if you weren't, you got eaten.
Right.
Yeah.
And over time, society has gotten
Cardio.
softer. We don't have to worry about these things as much. Like I think it was the very first podcast. The wolf is no longer in the woods. The wolf is serving cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the very first one. I died. I died laughing.
What
I was
kind
like,
of cake?
I want chocolate.
And
I only want chocolate if he has chocolate. Give me his fucking chocolate. I don't want anything.
so
That bastard.
so like that.
I don't have as much cake as him. Give me your fucking cake.
Equal shot.
I need 1/3 of your cake to equal out equal cake for all cake people.
Well, there was some sketch where it was just literally, I think it was like some British sketch or something where oh no, it was Penn and Teller. It was on one of the episodes of Bullshit where they were talking about like, you know, inequality or whatever, money inequality. So, like, Penn's sitting there, he has like a big fat piece of cake, and he's like, all right, I'm going to have to dig in. And Teller has the same amount, and he just eats his real quick, and he's like, just constantly taking his. And he's like, all right, now we have an equal amount. So now we can have fun. And he's like, I haven't eaten. He's like, you have a little more just so that way we're equal. And it keeps going like this. And like,
Pretty much.
Until Teller has nothing and Penn has everything.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's so. Like, you have to almost like people who are successful and do the right shit. They essentially artificially like create that wolf in the woods for themselves.
Yeah.
Like I pay my bills because like I don't like the feeling of not being on top of my shit. Like I took out these loans. I fucking said I would. I made an agreement that I would pay this shit, and I'm gonna pay it unless you get fucked over by an ex-wife. And that's different.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You know, so like, but there's still that. You've created this like I have a responsibility. If I don't do this, it makes me uneasy. It makes me not feel correct, and I must stay on top of this shit.
Yep.
And people who don't are essentially liberal slaves.
Yeah.
To circle it back around to everything we've said.
I need somebody to legislate that I get money from someone else.
So that way I don't have to work and I can just watch Oprah all day.
Oprah.
Or
Oprah ain't even on all day,
what's
stupid.
Ellen?
Alan.
Is that the other, Ellen's on during the day, right?
I don't know.
Alan.
Doesn't she have a
Wendy.
more manly haircut than your brother?
Yeah.
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 So I feel like we're in the wrap up stage. So anybody got any more Democratic slogans to spit out for us before we bring this episode to an end?
Oprah has her own network, so she's on 24/7 technically.
O.
Yeah.
I assume that's.
The O channel.
I thought it was Oxygen was O.
I don't know.
Oxygen's been on forever.
Yeah.
That's just a lifetime 2.0. I don't know how I
Someone
know
someone
this.
should just start moving their lips while David's talking, so that way it just looks like.
Democratic Party. Who's gonna take care of my kids?
Yeah. Someone's gonna pay for all these kids. Who's gonna pay for them?
I had a lot of them. It just happened. I'm not sure how it happened, but they were just given to me, and now I have all these children.
Democratic Party, less education, more food stamps.
Democratic Party. We don't actually want you to succeed.
You got any Democratic Party slogan?
Nothing that's gonna be Thomas.
We did about 5 minutes. We did about 5 minutes of this around the table of just Democratic Party.
I was irresponsible and had a shit ton of kids, and now who's gonna take care of them?
Democratic Party have 12 kids.
I don't even know if I can. I liked a lot of them. There was a lot of good ones, but I think we should honestly, because we're sitting here like laughing and stuff and joking about it. Honestly, we should clarify that like no one wants to see anyone suffer. No one wants to see anybody have a bad time.
No.
And we're not terrible people. Okay, you guys might be really terrible.
I just took a cue from Brad
But
there.
it's just frustrating when you work your ass off and constantly worry about, trying to better yourself, and your shit is taken and given to someone who just wants to do the bare minimum just to get by, if that, or nothing.
And this is called the American dream. Well, let's be honest. What it really is the American struggle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to fucking fight to gain every notch up the ladder you can in life. And there's going to be plenty of opportunity and plenty of little outs and loopholes for you to just wallow at the bottom and get by, and not have to really put forth any effort.
Yeah.
But you're not only stunting yourself, because you're going to have kids and you're going to stunt them and warp their their worldview, the way they see everything. And then you're just breeding this cesspool at the bottom of people who, took the easy road every single goddamn time, and then just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And like everyone says, there's more people riding the wagon than pulling it anymore. We need more people to get off their asses and pull forward. Mm-hmm. This country is a great place, but we're becoming complacent.
Yeah.
We're becoming okay with being this. And it's not. The whole point of the struggle is to constantly fight forward. Mm-hmm. And we just don't do that anymore. We don't have that drive as a whole in society. Yeah, there's always going to be those shining stars, but we just don't have that, that hunger. We've lost the hunger. We won the knockout fight, and now we're just sitting back on that fame of that one moment, and we're not driving.
Yep.
That's why we need another great war.
Listen,
if you guys haven't figured out that I go into a long-winded, powerful thing, and at the last second I hook you into a wall, then you haven't been paying attention, all right?
That's all right.
I set in interviews for people at my company, and I was on the other side of the table instead of it wasn't that long ago that I interviewed for that job, and I was basically gonna just recap on what you were saying about wanting it and motivating yourself and whatever. So I think there was 150 people that applied for that position when I did, and they were hiring 3. 2 people already worked there in a different branch of the.
So really, you had one slot.
So really, there was one because they had an advantage because they knew everyone there. Everybody liked them, whatever. So I knew this. So what I did was I got every piece of information on that company I could possibly get, including the history, what they do, how they do it, on a daily basis, who they work with, the other companies that they work with, what those companies' policies are, who is their staff, their leadership, memorize all of their supervisory and administrative staff, everything about the fucking company, and went in and interviewed and gave them all my answers about why I should have the job. And then they're like, okay, thank you. We'll be in contact with you in a couple days if you're selected to come back or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to leave yet. With all due respect, I want to show you what I've been working on. for the past couple weeks, and I just fucking laid out every piece of information about their entire company from like start to finish, like every fucking thing about the whole place, and they're all like, okay, and they're like, that's amazing, like,
Right.
we'll be in touch with you if you're. Yeah. And it was a different way of they say like, if you're selected, we'll be in touch with you. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool, because I put the effort in. It was probably like 50 hours of studying. Yeah. I literally made flashcards and studied every like person's name, rank, whatever, and how they did everything on my own time. I get paid for none of it.
Right, but it secured you the job.
I missed going out with friends or partying or whatever to do that.
Yeah,
so
for a couple week period.
Yeah. So to go into the interview and just wow them and lay out like everything about their fucking company. Got the job.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. Like, I showed you all those things. I watch all those motivational like mashup things.
Yeah.
All the time because it gets me fucking jacked. Gives me a fucking raging hard on for life. You almost spit up there. I saw it. Just kidding. And like that's what he says. It's like your drive to succeed is not as great as your drive to party. Your drive to succeed is not as great as your drive to sleep.
I remember that
your drive to succeed is not as great. You know, and that's what it is. Like, but if I work hard, I can't have a few beers with my friends tonight. Yeah. So fuck what? It's a week. It's a night. It's a couple days. Yeah. Like, just get your shit done. Fucking move up. Get better. Put yourself in a situation where you can start fucking pulling people up.
Yeah. The thing that I said, anybody could have done the same thing.
Exactly.
And I agree with you. Like, what you do, like, makes a big fucking difference. Because I've interviewed many fucking people. And so many times you get the people where it's like,
they're just
what
there.
do you know about here? It's like, oh, I just, here. Here's a piece of paper.
I'm a master on that side of the table.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm really good
Thanks
at interviews.
for a piece of paper. Have fun.
Right.
Yeah, I sat on the other side and interviewed people, and there were a couple people where I was like, this motherfucker doesn't care if he wants a job or not. Mm-hmm. He's just here to be like, well...
He's here because someone's making him get a job.
Yeah, either that, or he's just like, I'll just interview for a bunch of different shit, and...
throw a bunch of things at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, like with me, they're like, this motherfucker knows everything about this whole
Came in and Rain Man'd all over us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
makes a big fucking difference in my eyes.
Is he autistic?
How did you know all that?
And that's an easy way to do it, honestly. Even if you interview poorly, that's an easy way. Just literally memorize all those facts about the company.
If you do
and that demonstrates, like, you care.
Honestly, if you do what you did in an interview, take your interview piece of paper, you can throw that out the window. That alone will probably get you the fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, what's on your piece of paper don't really mean shit
and
anymore. Because what you just showed shows more than the paper.
I didn't do anything to that extreme when I got the job that I currently have. But, like, I found out key tidbits, like...
Yeah.
I knew exactly what the company did. I knew, like, what they... Like, all the levels of it. I knew that it was two different companies. This, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I almost said the real companies. I'm not going to do that. And I knew who our owner was, and I knew all these little pieces of it, and like I went in there, and through the conversations, I brought that stuff up. Now with my job, though, they didn't give a shit about any of that information, because they just cared about what, since it's in like IT, they cared about what I knew IT. They didn't give a fuck if I knew who the owner was, how much money they made last quarter.
Mine was kind of a granted that I knew how to do the job, because I'd been doing it for a few years prior, so they kind of assumed like, okay, you kind of know how to do this.
Right. So, I think that's it, right? I think we're... life lessons. DNC creates slaves.
Hillary's a harpy.
Hillary's a harpy.
She's a harpy bitch.
3G.
Trump doesn't know how to sarcasm.
Trump doesn't know how to do a lot of things, man.
Fucking put the fire back into your fucking belly. Create the wolf in the woods for yourself. And just don't be a fucking idiot. Don't be a fucking selfish piece of shit. It's not that hard. It's just not that hard.
Yep.
Don't be a fucking idiot.
It's not that. I mean, it's pretty. It's that simple.
It really is.
Like if you go to do something and you're like, this isn't benefiting anyone, even myself, even for anything longer than the next couple of days. Don't do it. Mm-hmm. Fucking put your dick in the grindstone.
Ow. Ow.
That sounds terrible.
So this is Shout, episode...
Put your dick in the grindstone.
I am, as always, I'm Dylan.
I'm Tommy.
Tommy.
No, I'm Tommy.
Oh, wait, Tommy.
Mike?
Mike.
That's Mike.
Brad.
That's
Brad.
Mike. That's Brad.
Mike, Brad, Dylan, Tommy.
David.
TMDB.
And Rice.
TMDB.
And Rice.
And by the way, the title of this episode is. Can anybody guess what the title of this episode is?
Democratic Party.
Nope. Nope.
Harvey.
Axe, door, dodge, spear. Good night.
That's weird.
Okay, we'll see this uploaded in 3 months.
Tomahawk door.
Good luck.
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk door Dodge Spear.